Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. As per the usual, I am S. Joe. Greetings and salutations, and welcome back. As you can see here, we are back in the kitchen, and we're going to cook some dinner tonight. I cooked a variation of this yesterday, but we're going to, as soon as I find, do I find my headgear? Nope, doesn't look like that's going to happen. Alright, we will... No, I'll fix that later. Everything's falling down because I'm trying to fuck with shit when I'm not here, but... As you can see here, so tonight we are going to make a Parmesan Encrusted breast of chicken. Essentially, you're going to take a bread, instead of doing the chicken Parmesans like we did previously with actual breading, we're going to do a Parmesan egg wash, which makes it like extra thick, which allows it to get a nice, interesting crust on there. And all it is just eggs and Parmesan mixed. So, without further ado, let's get going on this. So, we've already pre-seasoned our chicken. We're just doing garlic and onion. The flouring of it is going to just be, we put seasoned salt and among other things in the flour. So we're just going to flour it. You want to get all the crevices done. Let's see, how's that coming in photo-wise? Yeah, we'll do it over here. And this one's going to be a little bit thinner, so it should be a little bit quicker. So, you're going to get all that, and then we're just going to drop this in here. If you're enjoying the videos, please give them a like, and if you're enjoying the content, please subscribe. So we want to get it just really thick, because the stuff will stick like fucking stucco to your egg wash, just like that. So then we're going to take it, we're going to put it on this flat top. We're going to dress up the last couple things on here. We tried some experiments where we didn't grease the pan and it worked very well, and then other times it would work. So, but we decided to grease the non-stick pan just so it has a little something to bite on first. So then we're gonna sear both sides of it to get a nice little golden crust on there. And like this one, we're not gonna make a side because we made sides yesterday for dinner, but they're just showing the technique. The variation that we made of this was a chicken Parmesan encrusted a steak. We did the same technique but with steak. Came out way different, but got the same results that we were looking for. So really, in the end, that's all that really matters in the end. So we'll see. We got a nice little crust on there. We'll get a better crust when we get to the other side, because the first flip is always problematic because either the heat adjusts slightly or doesn't. But the second one will be will look a lot more streamlined. But yeah, we're just putting an egg coating Parmesan encrusted on there, and just searing on the chicken breast, both sides. And I'm gonna realize, okay, I did actually record it. Cool. So we're gonna let that go for a couple more minutes. We don't need the egg wash or the flour anymore. This is the second batch, so usually I will throw majority of it out after the fact because it kind of doesn't do us any good. Let's see here. So we're going to give that a couple more minutes. I want to make sure my head's not in the camera. So, but yeah, the ratio from egg there, this one was 5 eggs and half of a 32-ounce container of Parmesan. We did the Asiago, romaine, and the three flavored, three different types of cheese Parmesan. So. Alright, we didn't get much of a good crust on there, but that's fine. The gimmick itself, it all depends on, because if you get a hotter spot and something like that, you'll get a little better coloring. But we just flap it on, sear it on both sides till we get a nice little coating on there. And it locks it in very nicely. And usually this technique you would you would put it on a sizzle platter, you put prosciutto and whatever mozzarella cheese and stuff like that you want to. We're not going to do that because we don't have majority of that, and it's about 105 degrees outside, so I don't really want to eat fucking hot shit right now. But it is what it is. So. But yeah, it gets a nice little interesting golden coating. Yeah, that's the better look we're looking for. So I'll bring that closer to camera view. Just like that, hit more oil sides there, because yes, it's a non-stick flat top, but sometimes it just adds a little to help seal in the flavors of the chicken. So we'll let that go for another moment. Let's get this plate out of here. But yeah, we just, like I said, we just use garlic and onion as a base seasoning. And then we have this, we put garlic, onion, seasoned salt, and stuff in the flour already. So it was already seasoned, the flour, to begin with. So. And normally you would put this, after that, you would put it in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes, or until it reached the internal temperature of 165. But we did a previous one, so the other one's going to be sitting in, clocking in at 20 minutes as soon as we pop this one in. So, we'll check what the other side looks like. Yeah, there we go. So that gives you a better look of what the just egg wash looks like as it's crusting over. So, we will pull that, and we will pull out. Normally we pre-spray a pan, but we already have stuff working. So this one is completely ready. So we'll pop this one, and then we'll shove this one on here. And then, like I said, you would put your prosciutto on it, or your cheeses and so on and so forth. And you pop them in the oven for about 40 minutes. And then at the end, it will come out like that. Let's get a cross section of this. A beautiful cross section. Chicken's fully cooked, and you got a nice little crust on top. And then, like I said, you would normally use cheese or mozzarella to cover it up, or then you would add sauce to it as well. But for this video, we're not going to go that extent because it is, like I said, 105 degrees, and it is a midnight. So that will bring us up to the end for this video. I thank you all for coming back out to the channel, and until next time, I'm going to give this a quick little wipe off. This is Cobble, Cobble, saying have a good night, and we shall see you in the next